Hi guys, I'm Heather and welcome to my channel, Heather's Hikes and Adventures. And this is Smokey behind me. He is my co-pilot and sidekick. I, as you can see from the intro, am in a beautiful spot at a beautiful campsite in a beautiful campground. So I kind of figured there really wasn't a better place to do an updated van tour of Terra than here. So if you guys want to see what Terra is looking like these days and the setup that's working really well for me, stay tuned and I will show you everything. Let's do this. Okay, I thought we'd start up front just like in the last tour. It's not much going on up here. We've got an umbrella. I have my little broom brush to wipe out all of the dust, dirt, and leaves that you're seeing I have not yet wiped out. But to be fair, this is the end of my trip and not the beginning. I do keep a boot scraper underneath my seat, either to keep at camp or for me to scrape my boots on and just keep them up there to prevent it from tracking through the rust. I have my memory foam gel cushion for ergonomics, and it really helps on the longer drives. I've got my headlamp hooked back here always for late night bathroom trips and anything else I might need in the dark. All of my most important cords and chargers, also things like Benadryl, Excedrin, stuff like that. Coasters in my cup holder. This I can either use in the front or the back. I use it when I don't want to mount my phone on the dash because it's too bright or hot. So that way it's glare free, and I can also use it in the back cup holders to watch stuff on my phone. Just the other normal stuff up there. Nothing exciting. Let's go around the other side. Alright, and as you can see, I do keep the window screens on so that I can always have good airflow and ventilation. I'll always put my magnetic curtains on after dark too for added privacy up here. We've got the umbrella, a dehumidifier bag, windshield cleaner, poncho, my dry cooler snack bag for easy access up front, my spare water, which is 2 of the 3-liter bottles. I've got some rain boots tucked back there for this particular trip. My 1-liter bottle. My pop-up sunshade that I use for quick times instead of my WeatherTech when I use overnight. Okay, and then when I move that out of the way, you can see I have a first aid kit. I also have some binoculars, an extra book, and that's pretty much in there. This is my inverter so that I can charge stuff while I'm driving. I love this little cup holder. It sits right in the seat divider and gives me extra storage. My little fanny pack, my day bag. I always have that with me in case I'm out of service or have an emergency. Shout out to eTennis, great tennis store in Central Florida. And this serves as my seat cover so that I can hide things and also keep the sun off them. Underneath my seat, I have a squeegee, which goes with the windshield cleaner, some spare towels, my shower shoes, and then I've got some paper towels tucked in there. I also have the seat belt holding my WeatherTechs. Now I keep the side ones tucked here on each side. This is just for the front ones. Alright, now let's take a look at my living space in here. For those of you familiar with my old van setup, you can appreciate how much space I have now. I mean, it just feels so roomy, having switched the bed up. Not to mention, now that this is the third row bench that comes with it, that's just kind of gussied up a bit, I can actually put the second row seats back up when I need to use it as my daily driver if I don't want to fully take out the bed setup. So for instance, if I only have a short amount of time between trips, I'll just leave this as is, put the seats up so that my kids can ride in here, and then all I have to do is put this setup back in when I put the seats back under the stow and go. For my flooring right now, it's just a mishmash. I just have existing rugs, plus this is my doormat. And then underneath it all, I just have some folded up yoga mats. I have a yoga cushion that I use as my seating when I don't want to be in bed. That's my cooling blanket. I'll move that tray up here usually and use it as a counter space. And then you can see I normally will set my laptop up here so that I can watch TV. I'll keep my window covers underneath. And I just have my string lights on still. My LED lantern. I've got some coloring books and my journals and stuff like that over there. My dehumidifier. And then I've done a video of everything I keep in here. That's all the same. So go ahead and check that out after this if you want to see what I store in here. But this is all stuff that I want to have easy access to. All right, let's take a look at the back. I still can't get over that I have my own little steps down to the lake. Such a great campsite. All right, so here's the back of my overcover. And what I do during the day is I just lay this out across the couch portion. It's one of those pads they use like in hospitals for incontinence. And so it's absorbent and no water can get through the bottom layer. That way, if I come back sweaty and I haven't showered or changed into my pajamas yet, I can still sit on the couch without worrying about any moisture getting through. I don't normally keep my Jackery 240 here. I was just charging my phone earlier. Normally that's stowed up in the front with me. My shower bag. And then in here I just have some towels and sheets and just extra stuff like that. I have my trunk storage unit underneath here. I've already disconnected from my hookup, but you can see it was right there, and then I just ran it right in. I've got my emergency food storage pantry, my collapsible sink. I've got my privacy panels, my emergency and car rescue kit, my mosquito netting, some reusable bags and magnets. Just look at all that space. One thing I did want to mention, since I already had my outdoor setup out and up, I put my chair and outdoor rug and camp table back here, and then I can either put the clam kind of back this way if I need to, but normally what I do once it's in the case is I'll just actually tuck it right under here. It only ends up making this stick out this much more, so it doesn't take up any space, and I clean it off really good before I put it in here. But that way it just fits right there and you can't even see it, and it doesn't compromise my back space at all that way. Alright, as you can see, I've come around to the other side now so you can get a better look at it from this view. Again, I just have my coloring books, journals, my planner, stuff like that in here. Let me move this out of the way so you can see what I'm working with under here. This is just a layer of foam that I have right on top of the bench, and then I have the excess strategically folded in the back so that it's thicker to kind of level it out so that it's not tilted. I keep my comfy socks tucked right between here for when I'm inside for the night. Right now I've got my dirty laundry stashed there, but behind that is my shower bag. Oops, I missed some, don't look at that. And like I said, I keep my side window covers tucked there on each side when they're not in use. Under here is where I keep my clothes. There's a ton of space, so I just keep packing cubes, undergarments, tops, bottoms. I'm at the end of my trip, so you can tell they're a little thin, but they just slide right under there. So I still have lots of storage. All right, so now that I've shown you under the bed, over here we have my toilet, which I keep bungeed in place when I'm in road mode. And behind that is my main water storage, so I can just pop my USB sink pump right on top, which I've already put away now. But it makes it super easy to access now for that. And then this I can just move around as I want for either seating or extra surface space or as intended. I do have it set up for use so that you can see, but it hasn't been used, so don't worry. So it has the seat, and then I just keep cedar shavings, which I already have lined in the bottom with a compostable bag. So the place that I'm heading to next is a primitive, so I will need this probably. So I have it ready to go. Like I said, I just keep it bungeed in place. I've got my trash so I can access from the front or the back. And it tucks nicely in, and then I just stretch this across to keep it nice and secure when I'm driving, you know, just so there's no accidents. I keep my jackery under here now, nicely tucked away. I love this position. There's no cords that I trip over like before. It just runs right here through to the back for my fridge. When I hook up from a campsite, my cord just runs right through here and plugs right in to charge that. So it's in perfect position. I just have my lap desk here for now, but like I said, I tuck my window covers, an extra bag under there, and then my jackery charger there for when I have shore power. Like I said, though, I already unhooked. So then the last thing I want to show you is when I'm driving, I can plug my jackery right in. It'll only, as you can see, it's not charging right now. It'll only charge when my car's on, so I don't have to worry about forgetting to unplug it, although I do keep it unplugged most of the time. So that way I am able to charge some while I'm driving. And I also wanted to show you when my clam is stowed under here, I just have it wrapped in a sheet. But as you can see, it doesn't really take up any living space when I'm not using it. All right, y'all, that's gonna wrap up today's van tour. I didn't go into as much detail with some of the things that I showed in my original van tour. I highly recommend that you watch that one if you haven't seen it before. I actually really love that setup as well, and it's a great option for anybody, tall or short. This new layout, well, it gives me so much more space, and I absolutely love it. I mean, I love it. It's probably not the ideal setup for somebody that's taller than me. I'm 5'2". Maybe 5'3", 5'4" could get away with it. I do utilize the wells on both sides by the windows, so that does give me extra space, and that way I'm able to lay comfortably in that position. If I was much taller, my head and feet would hit the window, so that wouldn't quite work. But as I said, I love this new setup. I hope you guys like this floor plan too, and that it could maybe work for you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.